What's up, guys? Welcome to Blue Presents a podcast where I discuss all things music. And on today's episode, I'm talking with my good friend Rich. We talk about one of his favorite bands, Ocean Aid Alaska, and we talk about his love and his interaction with their drummer Chris Turner. Taught him some drum lessons, man, and they, had a really good friendship built because of that. Also, on top of that, we talk about some music trends, and we also talk about things that we like and we don't like about heavy and aggressive music. And then at the end, we play a fun little game about his love for Ocean's 8 Alaska, and as well as we touch on our time in a band called Years of Vengeance. So sit back, relax, and just listen to this episode, and then tell me what you guys think. What's up, guys? Welcome to Blue Presents a Podcast, and today I have my good friend Rich joining me. What's up, Rich? How's everything, man?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Fucking great.
Good. It's good to hear.
As good as possible, man. So I'm gonna start off with my corny question of the show.
Gotta hear it.
Top 5 artists or top 5 records?
All right. So, you already know my number. Ocean's 8 Alaska is number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, I guess for starting out, if you go all the way back to Linkin Park, that's always gonna be up there. Number 1, 2. Chelsea Grim. Who else? I don't know. I'm big into Bro Job, dude. Bro Job, dude. They're nasty. And,
that's hilarious. I love it.
Who else? You want to know what's funny? You ever, like I told you, ever ask anybody this question and you forget all the bands that you like?
Yeah. Something you're listening to recently too.
Oh, something recently?
Yeah, if you're listening to something recently, that's just
Hollow Point. Yeah, Hollow Point. They're nasty.
Yeah,
so
no, definitely.
Honestly, I've been listening to them straight for a couple weeks now. So, but it's not like, I don't know. I just wanted to give you my top favorite. But
No worries, man. So, okay, Rich. So, how did you get your start in music?
Oh shit! All right. So all my friends used to just play guitar constantly, no matter where I went, guitar. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna try to play guitar because I got enough people to learn from. So I went out, I bought a guitar, bought an amp, bought a head. I didn't just go out and buy a guitar. I was stupid and just bought everything. And it was like a week, and I'm like, no, dude, my fingers hurt. This is stupid. So it's just too much, too little. I got sausage fingers, so playing anything with strings doesn't work. So I asked my dad. I was like, Dad, all right, so I'm not good at guitar. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, can I get drums? And he's like, no. And I'm like, why? He's like, they're too loud. I'm like, I get it. I'm like, I play when you're not home. He's like, I don't trust you. Okay. So I'm like, all right, you don't try. What? All right. So anyways, so I went out and one of my friends was selling a kit for $100. Had a double bass pedal with it. Had all the stuff I wanted. Mm-hmm. And so I bought it, and I brought it home anyway. And so I'm like, Dad, I bought a drum set. He's like, good for you. He's like, return it because you're not playing it. I'm like, all right, well. So I put it in the garage, mm-hmm. and every day for a month, I would bring it out to the backyard, and I would play until I got yelled at because eventually some neighbors or some shit would come and yell, and I kept doing that back and forth, and eventually my dad saw that I was sticking with it, and I was outside in the backyard playing, let me come, and so he let me bring him inside, and I just played when he wasn't there, mm-hmm. and that's kind of that kind of happened, and I already knew all the guitars people I ever needed, so it was just nobody had a drummer, you know what I mean, mm-hmm. and when I played drums, it felt right, I was like, yeah.
So when you first start playing drums, who are your early inspirations to want to play drums?
Oh, definitely Rob Borden from Linkin Park. Mm-hmm. I remember Paper Cuts, my number 1 favorite song. That will be anything ever, mm-hmm. any day of the week. Everybody knows that about me. I made a CD, all right, back mm-hmm. in the day when I first got my car. I made a CD with just that song on it. It had 23 tracks, and it was all paper cut because I didn't want to worry about it. So I love that song. What was the question again?
What were your early inspirations from drummers?
So Rob Warner from Linkin Park.
Okay.
That was definitely That was definitely a big.
I'm still trying to get over this one track CD.
Dude, I'm telling you, you can ask Chris, Jason, everybody that you know that I know knows that.
Paper Cut is your jam.
Paper Cut is my fucking jam.
Let me show. After we get done with this podcast, I want to show you a video of a band that someone made fun of, and they're like, it's their greatest hit, and it's literally different songs from them, but like literally mumbled the entire time. It's hilarious. But anyways, go ahead.
All right, so that the problem is I don't remember a lot of names for when you know what I mean. So it's more of groups that inspire.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can say bands or whatever.
I mean, Kill Switch. Obviously, that was like the prime. Yeah. That was the prime. Justin Foley is one of my favorite drummers. Like, he was just that hard, straight, just powerful drumming. You know, nothing too super spectacular, not crazy technical, progressive, just like straight.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't realize Justin actually has a jazz background.
No, I know.
Yeah, he's really
He. But I'm saying the band itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Having that power and just that those very driven drums was very like I like to be in the pocket. You know what I mean? Like I like to just groove and jam out. I like to enjoy what I play. I don't want to be stressed out. Like knowing what time signature. You know what I mean? And just all this stuff. And so a lot of this stuff was just like straightforward. So like Limp Bizkit, of course. I mean,
yeah.
You can't hate on Limp.
There is a lot of people who do hate on Limp Bizkit.
There's a lot. You know what? But people might hate me for saying that, but sorry. Like,
now the question is, do people hate Limp Bizkit because they don't know anything about the Nookie? Is that what the problem is?
That's probably what it is, because they don't know that whole thing started like a movement.
It really kind of did, and Limp Bizkit is like super. So I lived in Jacksonville for 12 years.
Okay.
And Limp Bizkit is extremely popular in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So much so that Fred Durst does a DJ guest spot at a place called Mellow Mushroom, which is a pizza place in Jacksonville.
Okay.
And I think it's like every Friday he comes and he like guest DJs. So,
that's pretty cool, man. Going to a pizza spot and just guest DJ. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Fred Durst is just like, yeah, you like that pizza? Here's these beats.
Fred Durst is the man, dude. He's an asshole, but I mean, like, everybody knows Fred Durst. You know what I mean? Like, they did what they were out to do, man. Chocolate Starfish. You know what I'm saying? Like, that
he's directed a few movies too. A lot of people don't realize that too.
I know they've been kind of a little, but you know what I mean. But I get it. But he's still doing stuff and he's still around. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
for sure.
So it's just like I said. But that definitely the drumming in that was very, very simple, but it was just awesome. The whole thing was just, the experience was awesome.
So talking about your love for a band called Ocean's 8 Alaska.
Oh my god, dude.
You have a unique relationship with their drummer, Chris Turner.
I do.
Let's talk about that a little bit and how you guys met and what exactly he's meant to your style of drumming now.
All right, so how we met, Facebook. I joined a group called 432 Crew. It was just, that's like their like fan base group. So I joined that, and they're like active members, and they actively comment and post, you know, here and there. And I saw that, you know, Chris one day posted for lessons, and I'm like,
yeah,
what? I'm like, I all over this band, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, so let me, so I'm like, cool. So I hit him up, and he added me on Facebook, and we started talking back and forth, and I was taking lessons from him, which was, I mean, it was weird doing it over Skype. You know what I mean? Just with the practice pad. He had a practice pad and I had a practice pad. But it was just cool. You know what I mean? That I'm actually like, this is like my idol, you know? And he lives in the UK, so like time difference, but he made the time to like do it.
That's cool though.
Super nice, understanding, like, you know, respectful, great teacher.
Yeah.
He's amazing. But yeah, so that's how I met him, was taking lessons, and then every time they come over here, you know, whether it's like in Worcester or like, usually it's in Worcester Palladium that they play at, so like we'll go over there, and like the last time that I saw him, it was me, my guy Jason and Chris, and we all went out for sushi. You know, with cool. Chris Turner, you know what I mean? Like he's like
approachable.
I want to get he's approachable, you know, and like still. The only part that I'm disappointed about was I still didn't have any sushi because I don't eat that shit. But not even with my idol right there, I couldn't even force it. I was like, no, I'm not eating this raw ass. No,
it's just like, I'll go sit with you, like, but I'm not eating it.
And I'll chill. Yeah. And they ended up eating sushi, and I got all pissed off because I was hungry and I just wanted like a burger.
They didn't have any like noodle bowls there or nothing like that?
No, it was just straight up sushi.
Oh, I love
like,
sushi
okay,
though.
So I don't do sushi.
I'm a different kind of fat guy.
Dude. No, I'm a fat guy.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, there's certain types of like fish I don't really mess with.
Dude, the smell of fish, the taste of fish, dude, literally just, if it comes from the sea, don't come near me.
If it comes from the sea, don't come.
Nope.
Oh my god, bro, that's your mixtape name.
Dude,
if it comes from the sea, don't come to me.
Oh my god.
That's your mixtape right there. Greatest hits.
Greatest hits, dude. The crash.
Exactly. So, but in having that relationship with Chris, how do you think that's affected you as a drummer? I mean, because I know you're not in a band right now, but you still drum, and I've seen you have an electric kit at the house.
I drum every day.
Yeah.
I'm working on a few side things because I don't want to do bands anymore. Like I'm just kind of. Yeah. I'm over that whole thing, but I like to still.
It's a trial. It's a trial. You know.
You and me know both.
Exactly. It's a trial.
So no, I'm still doing a little side stuff. Like now, I kind of ruined my own Christmas because I found out what my wife was getting me for Christmas.
Oh shit!
Because I told her there's only one box that's that big, and I know exactly what's in it. Like she got the box, and I knew it was a PC. You know what I mean? She got me all the parts for a gaming PC and all this stuff like that.
That's cool.
So I can have a fast computer, so I can do more with the music, this and that. So yeah, like I'm still doing, I'm still like programming drums. I'm still drumming. Me and Brandon Cooper, are still trying to put everything together, but we're both just assholes and lazy.
I think also it's just he's super busy, you're super busy. I mean, family life is one of those things, especially now for me. Like I was just telling you before, my job is kicking my ass currently.
And like honestly, to be, in all honesty, it falls on him because I don't play guitar. Yeah. So I need a riff. I can't just start. I can start just playing drums, but like I need like riffs and stuff to work with so I can, make the drums to it. You know what I mean? So it's like. That's kind of just
there's a lot going on there, but we're all working. Yeah.
I'm working with a couple of my other guys, a couple of my buddies from Springfield. They do like hip hop sort of stuff, and I love playing that because it's just fun. You know what I mean? So working on a couple tracks for that, and so just little things, just having fun. You know what I mean? So going back to Ocean's 8 Alaska. Oh yes.
What is your favorite Ocean 8 Alaska song?
For anybody, okay, it's not one that I guarantee you not a lot. Mirage is my favorite song.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good song.
That song doesn't get enough credit.
No, it doesn't.
A lot of people don't know about it, and it's amazing. It catches you by surprise. That breakdown, that breakdown is so spicy.
Yeah, oh,
it's so good.
There's just something about, even as old as I am, I still, if I hear a good breakdown, it's just like, there's this band I've been listening to, and they have the sickest breakdown. It's a band called Stranger Dimensions, and they have this song called Dying Light.
Yeah.
It has this like arpeggio sweeping part right before the breakdown. It makes me aggressively hostile.
Chills and you just want to.
Oh my god! There's sometimes, and then I'm a cornball like this, so I'll literally replay just that part because I want to hear it again, and especially because it's probably one of the most well timed bass drops I've ever heard.
Yep.
So I'm just like, it just makes me like, ugh. And there's so much about that that's. I love it, man. Just something about certain parts of a song that just, when you hear it, you're like, fuck, that's good. Like, you can't deny it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's why one reason, like, another band I feel like doesn't get a lot of credit because they're like a joke band, but they're amazing. Is Bro Job. Dude.
Bro Job. Back to Bro Job.
I mean, dude, Dude, I know their lyrics are fucked up. I know they are, and they're awesome. They're so funny.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But, like, dude, they're so, like, I want to physically abuse something when I hear like the breakdowns and stuff, dude. Like it's just they're nasty musicians.
And that vocalist is he's really talented. I'm not even gonna lie.
Exactly,
he's really, really talented. I mean, even though those drums are like processed as shit.
No, they're definitely. But if you watch them play live, I mean, the drummer does do all. Wow. He can do all that stuff.
That's like that band Hunt